Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody. So Janine and I are here, and Janine was just telling us how she's been killing Team Cup already. It's the beginning of August. Team Cup is all throughout August this month. So Team World Prestige Worldwide is here. We were listening to Boats and Hose when I started the call, so that was fun.
Yes.
But yeah, so this is just a welcome call to get you guys started. I want to talk about what Team Cup is kind of a little bit, how we get points again, and what I'm doing and what Janine's plan has been already, since she's been already racking up some points. So Team Cup is basically the whole month of August where we all rally together and just see how many lives we can impact and really push ourselves to, maximize our business goals and helping people. So it's really a fun event that Beachbody hosts, and it would be amazing if we could get our names up on the board, which is totally possible. I was just talking to another coach who wasn't even ranked yet and hit 1-star qualifying, which is a 1-star diamond coach during her Team Cup month. So it's super exciting. We get to work as a small group together and really, just see what we're capable of. So basically, for your points, how it works is Success Club will give you each Success Club point will equal a Team Cup point. Then if you create a bod group or you're a co-creator of a bod group that's active, that's also 1 point. And then also if you rank advance, you'll earn 3 points. So each coach has a max out point of 40, and that's how you earn your points. So Janine has already signed up 1 challenge pack.
Official. Yep.
Yeah, 1 person. So she should have 2 Team Cup points. And I'm not sure how often they update, but I'm sure it's, we'll see them
I
weekly.
thought it was weekly. I thought when I looked at the FAQs, it was like they had dates listed. It looked like it was weekly.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Janine's points will already be racked up for this week, which is super exciting. So yeah, if you want to just let us know kind of what you did or your
Yeah.
invite that worked or.
Yeah. So I've been wanting to do it for some time, but I'm like, well, in July I kind of already met Success Club. I'm like, Team Cup is coming up. I'm gonna wait to the end of July to start my reaching out to people again. So I just kind of did what Grace suggested, like looking through people who's watched my Instagram stories or watched my Facebook stories, and I found the people who's been pretty consistent watching them, and I had like maybe 12 or 13 people like I wrote down on my list of paper that's watching them all of my videos. Like I guess I can't go back more than 24 hours because that's when they delete, but in that 24-hour time I looked through all my videos and I saw like these same 12 or 13 people. So then I wrote all their names down, and then I just had my message, and I tried to my opening paragraph tweak it to like start a conversation, not just kind of go into this like a sales pitch. But then so a lot of them are friends on Facebook, so I'm like, oh, I saw that, your son really likes to do softball. That's so cool that he's like showing interest, because she's big into like softball, and he's been wanting to play catch on his own now. Like she's so excited. I'm like, that's so awesome that he's starting to show that interest that you love. And so I kind of had an opening paragraph just to kind of get that conversation going, and then I kind of went into like my spiel, I guess. But I stole it from Diana because she had really good words. She's really good with words.
Yeah,
So she had like her little response of like, I'm like, what do you say when like you're trying to go with people that seen your stories and want to invite them, but like still engage them? And so she had sent me her response, and I just kind of tweaked it from there, saying like, hey, saw you've been looking at my stories. I appreciate that. I hope you find them inspirational or whatever. I don't want to sound salesy because it's not what I want, but if you're interested, I co-host a group, and just if you wanted more information, let me know. I'm here. And so I sent that message to like those 12 people. And immediately I had 2 people respond back to me, and I didn't really think of them before, and I'm kind of glad I did, because I was really expecting to get no one out of it. But
Right.
and immediately too. And so like I started Facebooking her today, which is my majority of my clocking in today, with me going back and forth between these two
Mhm.
girls. One was an old coworker who I used to have worked really well with in the past, and then one is a new coworker who's I'm working with now, and she's a CF of mine. So one's another speech therapist, and then one's an occupational therapist. But so I just started chatting with them, and they both seemed very interested and like they wanted to do it. And so I was just trying. I'm like, well, let me try to figure out what's best, what's your goals, and let me try to put you with a good plan. So I did them with that MBF plan, because they both kind of wanted the nutrition. And then they also got the ropes whenever they come back in stock. So I figured that would give them a little bit more stuff. So then I just sent them the link, and one already signed up. And then one, I think, said she said she had to drop her kids off. So I think she's going to do it a little bit later this evening. I saw she hasn't even saw the one message I sent. So I'm sure she's busy with her kids or dropping them off or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of all I did for those ones. And then I have a couple feelers out for the people, like we did the flash sale last month, so I have a couple people like
Mhm.
in mind for those as well. So I'm kind of just kind of keeping those people on the back burner. My ex brother-in-law kind of was showing some interest too, so I'm like, maybe we'll do that too. Like, so I just have a couple other people that I've been chatting with already, who know me and do the Beachbody stuff and kind of thinking about it. And then these were just completely new people I just branched out to and reached out to.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, starting like conversations with things that you're relating to and not
Yeah.
just opening it up with like, hey, I'm running this group, like join me is
Yeah.
perfect. And you're starting to just plant seeds. And I love that. You're not trying to be salesy, but like this has really helped me and it makes it
Right.
seem more honest.
One
So,
person did respond saying, she didn't say no or nothing. She's like, thanks, it's been so long from hearing from you or whatever. You look great. And she's like, when I'm ready for something, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Which is good.
yeah,
It's not an outright no, but you could tell, like, okay, like you're not gonna push that one
yeah,
too
yeah,
much into who you can and can't.
yeah. Awesome. So definitely, if you're not inviting from your stories, from people who are watching your stories, you need to be doing that. And if you're not like going through and looking at your posts and who's liking your post or seeing your post and reaching out to them, you need to be doing that no matter who they are. Because they can be somebody like somebody that people that I've never met before. I've had somebody just start following me. I reached out to them and she signed up like that night. So, I mean, it could be as quick as that, but you never know who's been watching you and who's going to say yes and who's ready for the opportunity. Or like Janine is planting seeds. And maybe if she invites her to a different group or promotes something at the end of this month, even maybe then that girl will be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I just want to tell you a little bit of my plan too, and then you guys can pick and choose kind of how you run your business. But my plan and my strategies, I'm just really going to be 10xing everything. And so strategically speaking, my goal is to cap it off at 40 points. I want to reach that maximum and like see what I'm capable of this month. So I have never reached 40 Success Club points ever. Like that would be my highest. But also with Team Cup, you get points for rank advancing, you get points for bod groups. Those are just kind of icing on the cake. But strategy wise, if everybody's maxed out at 40 points, that's the max amount of points that you can get. I divided 40 by the 4 weeks that are in the month, and basically that's 10 points a week. So breaking down that like long-term max goal into these short-term goals, I'm going to be pushing for 10 points a week. So how am I going to be doing that is I'm leaving like this month, I'm leaving no stone unturned. I am putting my pedal to the metal. So I'm going to be doing, 20 to 30 invites a day, which doesn't have to be this like, I'm not hand typing all these out. I'm using my keyboard shortcuts. It's not as time consuming as it sounds, but I want to get this 40 points. I am determined to do that. I'm going to be posting and inviting something different each week. And this week, what I'm starting to do is inviting to this bod groups. So if you have not looked into bod groups, we'll talk about it more Wednesday.
Okay.
But definitely something that you need to be doing. So I'm going to kind of market it to be part of it's going to be replacing the private message thread that we've had going on. So you know how we have our like big accountability group, and then we have like our small message threads for the program. I'm going to be replacing that with a bod group. So I pulled like 2 or 3 hustlers who are ready to do 21-day fix again on the 10th. So I have those 2 or 3 hustlers ready to go, and they're going to be plugged into the bod group that starts the 10th. And then that's who I'm going to be inviting to right now. And also, what was I going to say? So I'm going to be planting seeds in my stories for like how the bod groups work, how it's going to be private, and then the hustle your heart out is like the bigger group. And then
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to be talking more about in my stories. So when you're strategizing, trying to think about like because you're almost done with 80 day, right, Janine?
5 more days.
So what program are you thinking about doing? Are you doing MBF next? Okay. So in your stories, I would start talking about MBF a lot.
Okay.
Did you get the bod ropes in?
They were back ordered. I ordered some from Amazon that should be coming tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. So like start showing the moves, talking about MBF a lot. So you're planting seeds and you can already start inviting to that. So you can already start talking about finishing up 80 day, starting MBF, how you're so excited for this quick 21-day program, and start building people's awareness that that program is even there, and then kind of what it's about.
Would you say a couple times throughout the day in my stories be doing something like that? Like once a day in my stories? Like that's where I don't know like the ratio of how often I should be doing, like, because I usually do like some Jesus juice shots and like, oh, this is my workout. But like talking about like should I just like a couple times throughout my day just mention that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, don't make it excessive, but I mean, you'll get a feel for what you think. And I always watch my stories back. Like Ryan's like, you made that, like, aren't you sick of watching yourself? And I'm like, well, no, I want to see how it flows. Like,
Yeah, I do the same.
How it like how people are watching it. Like I'm putting myself in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like once or twice a day.
Okay.
It could be like you just showing the trailer, or a move of the day that you're excited to try, or your bod ropes. Like it doesn't have to be something
elaborate.
Oh yeah, elaborate or scripted.
Okay.
Showing before and afters that people in the test group have gotten is really good.
Okay. And that's what I don't do. I do more of my store stuff in my stories, but I don't do like, I know Diana does a really nice job with it, and you guys do too. Like just showing like that kind of stuff, like upcoming. I guess that's the part where like the salesperson I'm not good at. Like I'm like, sure, I can show my day and whatnot, but like, I don't know, trying to sell something, it takes some time to think about that.
Yeah. You're not good at it yet. Or you're learning.
I'm learning.
You're not good at it. You're learning it. But
I'm a beginner. Let's just say I'm a novice with figuring out how to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, just some moves that you're excited about, sharing bits and pieces of the program. That it's 21 days. Like that's going to be so nice to market.
I've never done a short program.
Yeah. And then think about, welcome gifts if you'd like to do that. I know
I've been sending welcome gifts.
Nice. Yeah. And like market that in your stories. And then for promo codes, some coaches like to say like the first 3 will get the promo code. But if you're also offering a welcome gift, what I've like to do is I'll offer the welcome gift for the first 3 who sign up. And then I keep the promo codes kind of in my back pocket for the first couple weeks of the month, and then use those when people give me that money objection or any objection. It's kind of this promo code is only good for this month. I only have 3 of them. So I don't market it in my stories towards the beginning of the month, and I just use it like in private messages. Okay. And then, if I'm still offering a welcome gift for the first 3, so it's not like they're not getting anything. But it kind of gives you another way to combat an objection.
Just more incentive, I guess.
Yeah. And then Janine had said how she was starting to like get that feel for those 10, 15 people that were watching her stories. when I first started coaching, I had a big list, like a big giant notebook of people who followed me and who I was reaching out to in my follow-ups. So I'm going to be getting back to like keeping track of all my followers, all my Facebook friends. I used a paper list before, but there's also like Google Streak or Excel if you want to use a
I
sheet like
saw that, the
that.
Google Streak thing. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you don't have a system in place, I'd encourage to get a follow-up system going. That way, I mean, I was the most productive when I did that. So Emily Favre is a top coach, and what she did was takes a piece of notebook paper, folds it hot dog style in half, fills each side up with names or Instagram accounts, and then just goes through and reaches out to them every day. Fill the paper up both sides. That's like, it's a lot of people. So that's going to be my strategy for this month. And then
So when you say you're inviting 20 to 30 a day or whatever, where are you getting your 20 to 30 people? Like, are they the same people like you're reaching out to multiple times? Because what I'm just afraid they don't want to hear from you. Like they already like either didn't respond to you or like kind of said like the one like, oh, I'll let you know whenever I'm ready. Or
yeah.
like,
So I keep my invites to like once a month. If they're still watching my stories and you've been watching my stories month after month after month after month, like you expect to hear from me once a month because you're in my business, like in my head, like you are
my
investing,
world.
yeah, you're investing in my world, my story, my journey. If you don't want to hear from me once a month, then don't watch my story or join my challenge group.
Okay. So
So,
typically you're reaching out to the people watching your stories monthly. And then just your other people, your other 20 to 30 a day. Is that just the people liking your posts and just?
yeah, people liking my post or people that I start to follow or Facebook friends. Anybody. I know somebody was saying they're going through the contacts in their phone. Like just anybody you can think of is you're making contacts with them. And an invite doesn't necessarily have to be, do you want to join my challenge group? It could just be reaching out and talking to them about something, like making a connection. But I try to make sure that at least 10 to 15 is a true invite.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's basically going to be my strategy for this month. I'm shooting for 40. Everybody it's possible to hit 40, especially for you guys fairly new in the business. That rank advancement is like 3 points. So you guys
would have emerald this month.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Well, no, you could hit Ruby this month.
So what's Ruby?
So Ruby is 2 working coaches. It's 2 on 1. A lot of people skip it. Hold on, let me double check. A lot of people skip Ruby and go right to Diamond, but Ruby's still considered a rank advancement.
So I can Ruby. I'll Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Ruby headband?
There will be. Anytime you rank advance.
I can do a Ruby. I don't know. Let's see. I have my one coach. She has one of her friends interested in, like, she wants this. I signed her up as a discount coach, but then she kind of had someone maybe interested in it. So I'm like, well, maybe I should put you in the group. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, she's going to be like a full, like, working coach. Like, I don't know if I think she still wants to be more of a discount coach. I think she's going to be more middle ground. So I'm going to reach out to her again to see if she is going to want to do more selling of it and stuff. And like, hey, maybe we can put you in the group. Cause I'm telling her how to set up her back office and all that stuff. And I'm like, I just learned, but let me look at it again. And I'm like, okay, you go here. And I showed her a video, and then you posted that thing like, oh, don't I got to set my pay thing up just the other day? And I'm like, oh yeah, I just showed her how to do that.
Perfect.
So I'm going to show her how to share a cart next, but she only wants to sign someone up with like the BOD membership. And I'm like, well, that's not really going to get you anything. She's like, well, I don't really care about anything. I just want to help other people out. And I know financially, I'm like, oh, I totally understand where you're coming from. But I don't know, like,
well, yeah, if you want to invite her to the team page or some team calls, and she can start learning that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome though that you're starting like your leadership role already. I love it.
I'm trying my minimal skills here.
No,
I'm
you're
like, maybe you
doing
need maybe you need grace because I'm I don't know.
good. No, you are doing great.
But so I was trying to convince her to try to not sell it, but just say like, hey, you get so much more for your money by doing like challenge packs and things like that. And I don't know where she was on the fence with that, but I'm gonna reach out to her again, I think, in a
Yeah.
couple.
No, you got to start somewhere.
But she might be get someone under her then. What do I get if she gets someone? Because she's a coach.
Well, if you go under the team Grit and Grace page, and then in the file section explains all the rank advancements.
Perfect.
So it could get a little wordy now, but it'll tell you what Ruby is too.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it for Team Cup. I am ready to crush it with you guys. Janine is already crushing it. She's ahead of me in this game. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty competitive. So I'm even like,
you got this.
Janine is making me want to hustle right now. So
I come on strong, but then like somehow the middle of the month comes, I'm like,
no, we're gonna
push through.
Yep. All right. So I will see you guys Wednesday. Hopefully you guys get a chance to check this video out, and we'll catch up again Wednesday, and keep posting those boats in that message thread, because that's going to push me even farther. And I think even push Diana's team, because yes, it's Team Cup and we're versing them technically, but we're all in this together. So.
Is there like a winner get something out of the two groups? We should have like a prize.
Yeah, we did. Loser has to do a TikTok of the other groups choosing.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
So start thinking of the TikToks too that we want Diana's team to do.
Perfect.
All right, guys, have a good night, and thanks for watching the recording. Thanks for hopping on, Janine.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.